Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me for our Wednesday 1 o'clock live stream. For those of you who are joining us online, you will be able to see that the whole church is decorated with some very lovely sparkly Christmas trees. And I'll do a couple of different camera shots in a moment so that you can see a little bit closer to the altar space. So I'm going to begin speaking in a moment about Christmas trees. So I'm delighted to be here again in the midst of our regular annual Christmas tree festival. And it is glorious to have so many trees in the building. We have Christmas trees here decorated by lots of different charities, and the whole Christmas tree festival has been coordinated by the St Edmund's Norwich Rotary Club. The Christmas tree festival is a great favourite here at Mancroft, and for me it represents much of what Christmas is about. And as I come into church and see these beautifully decorated trees, I am at least begin to think about the joy of Christmas. The beauty of the trees reminds us of light in the darkness, and they remind us that there is beauty in the world. The charities that are represented here are also a reminder of Christmas, not a reminder that all is well in the world, but a reminder that Jesus asks us to love our neighbour, whoever that neighbour might be. These charities, consciously or unconsciously, whether they know it and are deliberately expressing God's love or not, are an expression of God's love for us and for our neighbour, and an expression of our love for one another. These charities also do another thing that reflects Christmas for me, and it's to do with the importance of each and every human being, to do with recognising and responding to the image of God that is in each person. Several of the charities represented work with people who might be disregarded by the wider society or thought of as a burden. But these charities give them dignity and care. They recognise the importance and value of each person, and in doing so they honour the image of God in each of them. Christmas is, of course, a time when we remember how God poured his very nature into a baby and lived and died in the mystery of the incarnation, in the body of Jesus. In doing this, God honours every single human being and encourages us to see his image in each and every person we encounter. The work of these charities reflect this as they care for each person. As Christmas comes into view, it sometimes feels like it's coming at the wrong time. There is too much war and violence in the world. How can we celebrate Christmas when the very place of Jesus' birth, Bethlehem, is under siege, an occupied part of the West Bank? How can we celebrate Christmas when there is still so much need for the charities represented here? When people in Norwich and Norfolk are struggling with homelessness, with debt and financial difficulties, with problems getting their children into school and getting them the education they need? How can we celebrate Christmas when international pressures are causing the biggest streams of migration around the globe? When refugees arrive on our doorstep, having fled war and famine, and with nothing but the clothes they stand up? How can we celebrate Christmas when the world is so very imperfect? But, of course, the world has always been imperfect. There have always been wars and famines. And Christmas still comes around. We don't wait for the world to be perfect before we celebrate Christmas. We celebrate it on December the 25th. We don't say, oh, it might be better if we wait till February. Maybe we'll have got things sorted out by then, and that'll be the right time to celebrate Christmas. Or maybe if we don't get things sorted out by February, maybe we could get them sorted out by July. Maybe then it'll be a good time to celebrate Christmas. Maybe we'll have got things in order by then. But no, Christmas comes around in December, whether we're ready for it or not. And it comes around despite the terrible things that are happening around us. And I want to read a poem by Madeleine L'Engle, which expresses something of the fact that Christmas comes when we are not ready. So this is Christmas. He did not wait until the world was ready, till men and nations were at peace. He came when the heavens were unsteady and prisoners cried out for relief. He did not wait for the perfect time. He came when the need was deep and great. He dined with sinners in all their grime. He turned water into wine. He did not wait till hearts were pure. In joy he came to a tarnished world of sin and doubt, to a world like ours of anguished shame. He came, and his light would not go out. He came to a world which did not mesh, to heal its tangles, shield its scorn. In the mystery of the Word made flesh, the Maker of the stars was born. We cannot wait till the world is sane, to raise our voice with joyful voice, for to share our grief, to touch our pain. He came with love. Rejoice. Rejoice. And so I would invite you this Christmas, as it comes around this December, when we are not ready for it, when our lives are not in order, when the world is not in order, I would invite you to rejoice this Christmas that God comes into our broken world when we are not ready for him. And he comes with love and with comfort, coming to be present with us in all our difficulties and all our joys. So rejoice this Christmas, whether you are ready or not. Amen.